and it's time for everybody's favorite day of the week, which we have not had in a very long time. The day of the week when we ask ourselves, does this thing really work? Does this thing really work? Does this thing really work? These things are the things that we're testing out today. I am so excited for them. They are called the Safe Sip. They come in multiple different colors, and they are these little silicone lid top type things, but they're like stretchy. Basically, they are like the, what was that called? Was that the Snackies that we did, or that cup that you were supposed to be able to tip upside down and nothing would spill out of it? They are basically like that, but they look even easier to clean, easier to use. They came with a little flyer that shows a million different types of cups being used, and even drinks in cans, like sodas. So behind me, I have many risky decisions. I'm sitting on a couch right now, so if this fails, it's gonna be water all over me, or maybe even soda. There's a little soda left in here. Can you hear it sloshing? Risky. I basically just went around our house and grabbed a lot of different types of glasses. So I've got wine glasses, a martini glass, like this giant cup. Up first, we are going to test this wine glass, which is like full of water. As you can see, look, the water is real. It's like an infomercial. I'm going to take this orange one, stretching it up, putting it on the cup. Okay, all right, I feel like that's good. The only thing I will say is, like, as for like these silicone things, it's really easy for them to get hairy, like covered in cat hair and stuff. I feel like that's a pretty even looking seal. Do you approve of my seal? Moment of truth. Wow! Look at that safety. Look at the technology. So I am sloshing this around pretty violently, and literally not a single drop. Okay, finally a single drop came out, but literally, when would you violently shake a wine glass? Probably never. The other Houdini-esque trick that they show in these flyers is that you're supposed to be able to pick it up. I feel like this is not a does this thing really work? This is like a magic show, but you can pick it up by the top. That's also to like show the gripping power. Look at that. Next, I'm going to take a straw and put it in the top. That was funny. Okay, let's listen to it again. That was beautiful music. Let's see, does a straw affect the integrity? A little bit. You're gonna lose a little bit of drippy. It's kind of spilling a little bit. So straws do break the safety seal. Let's try another glass. Let's daringly go with the soda can. This feels like it might not work. It doesn't feel like it has as tight of a seal on it because this silicone thing is a little bit larger than the can, but we're gonna do it anyway. Look at that. As you guys can see, it does not stretch enough to fit a solo cup. It would only grab, it would still leave this giant gaping hole. So unfortunately, I think that that pretty much rules out the Starbucks cups as well. Actually, it definitely does, because you guys can see that solo cups and at least Trenta Starbucks cups are, even Trenta Starbucks cups are actually bigger than solo cups. So I know that now it's not going to stretch over this. Here's an interesting test subject. A Gatorade bottle. Dogman and I leave open Gatorades all over the house all the time, and definitely I personally have knocked over a couple in the past, not gonna lie. So I'm gonna see if it will make a good seal on something with a really small opening. So let's see. I'm not sure if this is gonna work because once again, it kind of has a lot of extra stuff going on here. You see what I mean? Wow. Okay, I guess it doesn't have to make complete, okay. Maybe it does. If you touch it, you disrupt the seal. I think making a tight seal is pretty important. I'm gonna take this cup, which is my spoopy jack-o'-lantern glass, and I'm gonna see if it's big enough to make a seal on that. I can't get it. I don't think it'll stretch over this opening. Okay, maybe it just will. Ooh, I feel like that's risky. I stretched this one out a lot, so I'm not sure. Let's just see. Ew, look at that seal. Ah, risky business. Right over my pirate hat. And I love this hat a lot. If you stretch it a lot, you can get it over kind of like these more wide mouth cups that aren't squishy, like Starbucks cups or Solo cups. If they are hard plastic, you can kind of just get a good enough grip on them to make the safe sip work. The kind of last glass I have here that may or may not work is a plastic martini glass, which I've never had a martini in my life. I don't think it's gonna stretch, you guys. Oh, definitely not gonna stretch. Okay, spilling water everywhere. Spilling water, spilling water. Never mind, the last glass I have is like this thing. What is this even for? I don't know. It's like for a special drink. Funky shaped glass, not spilling. I'm impressed. Safe sip, back on the glass. I keep wanting to call it safety seal, but that's not what it's called. So now we're gonna pretend like I'm a totally clumsy person, because I am. That's not hard to imagine. So I'm gonna bring a camera angle over here. All right, now I'm gonna move all this stuff. So let's say, whoops, oh my gosh. Well, that didn't work out as planned. This may break, so I'm gonna gently, whoo! Oh, it didn't break, and it also didn't spill. 2 for 2. Okay, there we go. And I feel like this has a much better seal on it, obviously, than that one did. That was kind of a stretch. Moving over to a completely less saturated part of our dining room table, I'm going to test this plastic Disney cup, which I'm a little bit nervous about, honestly, because I feel like when the seal has kind of been stretched this far, you don't get as much protection. But it's definitely still spill proof with like this old trick where you're like, ah, well, we lost a couple of drops, but I don't really consider that too much of a spill because you could wipe that up pretty easy. All right, whoops. That was pretty good. Okay, let's test it again. Now with more vigor. Whoops. Still really good. Okay, one last time. Third time's a charm. Whoops. And we're still good to go. All right, that one was pretty impressive. Overall, I give Safe Sip 2 thumbs up. I feel like it works a lot better. I'm gonna have to look up what that was. What was that? I can't even believe I've forgotten it, but I think we tested it out over a year ago, but the entire time I've been trying to think of the Wow Cup. That's what it was called. I honestly like this device a lot better than the Wow Cup because I feel like it gives you a lot more options since it's just a topper that you can pretty much put on any glass. I kind of like that a lot better than the Wow Cup because that whole thing, it was weird. You had to like push down with your teeth. It was really hard to drink out of. I don't know, that one was not my favorite, but I think these are a lot more versatile and I wouldn't be surprised if they're a lot cheaper. I'm gonna have to relook these up and see how much that they cost. I keep wanting to like attach it to my chin in some kind of way. Ugh. Not a good look. Or maybe it is a good look. Is this a good look? quickly call Vogue. Tell them it's a good look. That is it for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and for watching. I know we haven't done a Does This Thing Really Work in a really long time, but that's because finding devices lately has been sheer madness. I feel like there's a ton of them during the summer, and then kind of like in these fall months before we hit the Christmas season, there's not a lot of new as seen on TV stuff coming out. So if there is a device that you've seen on the TV, or just something strange that you've seen in the world that you would like for me to get and test out and see if it works or not, leave it as a comment down below. I will look for it, I will find it, I will get it, and we will try it together. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today and for watching. If you're not already and you'd like to be, hit that button down below, subscribe, become a member of the Swamp Family, and give an alligator its wangs. Also, if you want, you can like me on Facebook, facebook.com/graveyardgirl, or you can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram @graveyardgirl, same way it's spelled here. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow.